Welcome to Wager Talk TV. I'm Kelly Stewart, joined by Adam Trigger at Top Flight SI on Twitter and Dave Cokin at Dave Cokin. Both excellent follows, so make sure you guys are not missing out on their free plays. Let's go to the Big 12. Purdue at Wisconsin. Wisconsin, just a short home favorite here. Dave, open 2. There's some 1.5s on the Wager Talk odds screen, as well as some 2.5. So a little discrepancy here in the market. I'll be honest with you, I was on Michigan State last weekend. Very happy to get that overtime win over Wisconsin, but maybe Wisconsin's stock has fallen just a little too much here.
I don't know. There appeared to be a spike in the excitement level at Wisconsin once they got rid of Christ. You've got an interim coach who's definitely auditioning for the job. They had a good game, and then they went out there and had a pretty bad game. I think the problems are still there for this Wisconsin squad that have been there all season long. I don't like the quarterback play, and I just don't trust the team. The flip side of it on Purdue, and this is just a personal take, but if it's close late, Jeff Brom has a tendency to lose the game. He's had some clock management issues going back to his days at Western Kentucky. I think he's very good in terms of preparation, but in-game, not my favorite coach. I don't know what to make of this game. I made the game pick 'em. So I guess maybe a slight bit of value on the Purdue side, but it's really not a game that I have any interest in putting actual money on. So I'll give you an opinion on the Boilermakers, but that's as far as it's going to go.
Dave, I would have to agree with you as well. Like I said, last week was an easy fade for me against the Badgers, laying over a touchdown on the road. Now, just a 2-point home favorite. This looks a little iffy to me, so I will also be staying away. Adam, Trigger, do you have an opinion here?
I agree with Dave. I lean Boilermakers here. I think Purdue's undervalued. Listen, I mean, he nailed it with Brom, right? Like, Purdue's essentially 2 plays away from being 7-0. If you look, I mean, they're 2 plays away from being unbeaten, in which case they're probably like -3 in this game. Because the Penn State game they had right there, and they had Syracuse pretty much dead to rights too. So that's, in my opinion, it's relevant. And I also heard some like, oh, okay, well, they have Iowa on deck. Maybe they'll look ahead here, but they're not going to look past Wisconsin because Wisconsin has owned them. I believe it's 15 straight, and Wisconsin's covered 12 of those games. They've absolutely owned Purdue over the last decade plus. So in my opinion, Purdue's got to be looking at this like a chance to kind of kick Wisconsin when they're down. Team that's absolutely owned them for over a decade, and you get a chance where Wisconsin comes in off of the loss that they had last week. And the thing I like here, guys, is Wisconsin, they're not going to be able to run it like they'd like to. Purdue's run defense is their sort of redeeming quality on defense, which means you're going to have Mertz having to throw the ball, which is typically a good scenario, to fade Wisconsin. At least in my opinion, he's not a quarterback that I really want to play on. So, it's not going to make my card. I certainly lean Purdue getting points. I would make Purdue maybe, like Dave said, I'd probably make them like a pick or a -1 favorite here. Unfortunately, we're not getting that key number with Purdue, but I certainly lean the Boilermakers' way.
Thank you to Dave and Adam. Check out all of our other college football game videos over at the Wager Talk YouTube channel.